Not a single model on this table was new out of the box. This is the combination of 4 eBay rescue lots that I stripped and speed painted. They are 100% fully painted and based. And if you're familiar with 40k Space Marines, you can tell that there's definitely some odd kit bashes in here. And you'll see the Tech Marines and the Apothecaries are definitely makeshift. But you know, I really don't care. I feel like these are part of my identity. I've put so much customization into them, so much work, and it is so rewarding to see an army fully done in front of you on parade. Point in fact, you can get away with tabletop standard painting like this. As long as everything is painted uniformly and everything is based the same, it's gonna look awesome. Here's a veteran squad, the white helmets. 10 models, and there's an identical unit on the other side of the march. You can tell some of these were in pretty bad disrepair, and I could not get them stripped no matter what chemicals I tried. So in those cases, I just base coated right over what was there and moved along. So marching on the main road, you can see I've got all the infantry, the bolter corps, the red helmets for the sergeants with various loadouts, so that they can be what you see is what you get. I'm not a big fan of magnetizing. After them is all the heavy and special weapons. Here's the plasma core, simple 3-color airbrush gradient to get that glow. And in front of them is the flamers, prepared to purify with the strength of the Emperor's holy light. Then at the back I got some heavy bolters, and a whole bunch of missile launchers, and then the Melta cores. Oh yeah, and then the las cannons in front of them. My thinking here is I should be able to assemble any 3 or 4 tactical squads that I would ever possibly want to. And I got some jetpack marines on the sides, dreadnoughts and tanks flanking the back. It was about 50 hours of bench time for this entire army, and I'll tell you, having an airbrush to do the base coating, huge deal. Dry brushing instead of edge highlighting, huge deal. Overuse of decals to draw the eye away from the sins, also a huge deal. And here's the For the Emperor shot from the front. When you plan to do an army this big, you want to reduce every step you can, because that's another step you don't have to cycle through picking up 200 models. So for example, none of the metallic gold you see here was shaded or highlighted. It is simply a base coat of gold. That's it. Bolters, the casings are not painted black. They get gunmetal, a black wash, and then if it has heraldry on it, that gets gold. Also, don't be afraid to dry brush Marines. This whole army was done using Sonic Sledgehammer's method. I'll put a card on the screen. Here at the front of the march, again, are my Apothecaries, Tech Marines, and then all my odd heroes and characters, most of which are kit bashes that I just use to count as whatever I'm running in my list for that day. I should point out I don't claim to be an authority on any of this. I've never played a game of 40k outside my own home, so this approach probably doesn't fly at most tournaments. But for me, it's just all about the scenery and the mass spectacle of it all. And here's my chapter master. It's just a mashup, got some Custodes bits on there, Primaris, Vexilla on the back. I just wanted him to look the most ridiculous. Well, hopefully you enjoyed that. That's actually my second smallest army. I've also got Eldar, Necrons, Custodes, Chaos Marines, Orcs, and Tau. So I'll put those on parade and make some quick little videos like that in the future too. If you're one of my viewers who's mainly here for the D&D stuff, you should know wargaming is really fun. Forget about the game, just paint the models. Look how awesome, it's so much fun. And right now, Warhammer 40k is going into a new edition. It's just hit. I myself came in at the beginning of 8th edition at the same time a few years ago. So I'm still relatively new to the franchise, but it's just a complete rabbit hole. It's awesome. And this is the perfect time to jump in. Alright, I'm Wylock. Thanks for joining me. Make things, play games.